What's up guys? Today I will be talking to you guys about how you can supercharge your Android phone. Now I'm not talking about a supercharger, the one that you put inside a car. I'm talking about speed charging. I also have a guest speaker, Marques from MKBHD, that will be giving you some battery saving tips, so let's get started. Let's talk about supercharging or speed charging. Now, when you buy a phone, most phones come with a charger that is rated at 1 amp or less. Now, what this means is that if your phone has a 2000 milliamp battery, in theory, it should take roughly about 2 hours to charge, assuming that you're getting a full amp to your phone. Now, if you bought a tablet like the Nexus 10, you'll notice that the charger is rated at 2 amps. Now, what this means is that if you use the tablet charger to charge your phone, in theory that should cut the time in half because you're putting out 2 amps. Now, 2 amps is, if your phone has a 2000 milliamp battery, it would be 1 hour. So you're cutting the time in half. Now, most of the time chargers have chips inside them that control the voltage. So that's something that you're going to have to look at. This is why Apple devices won't charge with other chargers as they regulate the voltage. A lot of times I get emails from you guys asking me, Armando, why does my Nexus 7 or Nexus 10 take a very long time to charge? And I want to make a bet that I bet you guys are using the phone charger instead of the tablet charger, the one that came with the device. And you probably are doing that because you realize that it's the same micro USB, so you already have one in the wall and you just say, you know what, I'm going to use the same charger. But what you don't realize is that that charger is rated at 1 amps, which takes the Nexus 7 or 10 many more hours compared to if you just use the regular equipped charger that came with the tablet. One thing to note is that supercharging may diminish the lifespan of the battery, so I highly recommend you don't always use it. This is something that if you just need to get the battery charged really fast, you know, cut it down in half, might be a good thing to do. Otherwise, I highly just recommend to stick with the original charger, as it's probably better for the battery. Now, speaking of battery, here's Marques to give you some battery saving tips and how to stay in the green longer.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Marques from the MKBHD channel, and if the higher amperage charger doesn't work for you, here are some more battery saving tips to keep you in the green longer. So number one, we're going to start off easier. If you're just running an Android device with an OLED display, an AMOLED display like the Galaxy Nexus or the Galaxy S3, there's actually a technology in OLED displays where if it's displaying a black image or a black part of a wallpaper, it doesn't light the pixel. So you can actually save a bit of battery life by having an all black wallpaper or a mostly black wallpaper on your Galaxy phone. Another tip is you can save yourself a lot of time by not going through and ending all your applications constantly, because as a matter of fact, the screen on time you're using by swiping all those notifications closed rather than just leaving your phone off and letting Android manage it is probably killing more battery. So the next tip I had for you is just to let Android manage your applications. And if you're having any concerns about a singular app running in the background that's killing a lot of battery, you can actually use Android's built-in application battery keeping track of manager tool thing, and you'll be able to see which application's using the most battery, and you'll be able to kill an app that might be going rogue if it is. Now, if you're more of a power Android user, you might be rooted already, and you might have a couple of options with your phone's ROM and kernels. And this is also a place where you can save quite a bit of battery life. First of all, there are some ROMs that are particularly lean and particularly slim on resources, and that will use a lot less resources than the ROM that might come stock on your phone. So something like CyanogenMod, something like AOKP, very stable ROMs with great resource management will actually end up using less RAM while idling than something like stock TouchWiz or stock SenseUI. So you can go ahead and flash whatever ROM you want on your rooted Android device, but then what? You have to choose a kernel. There are a lot of great kernels out there. My personal favorite is Franco kernel, and the kernel is basically what manages the power management between the CPU and the operating system. Now, you're going to see a lot of different versions of kernels. Even Franco kernel has a bunch of different versions with low voltages, medium voltages, and high voltages, or even ultra high or ultra low voltage kernels. The voltage basically means how much relative power you're going to be using to keep that CPU running. It's a little bit more complicated than I'd like to be able to explain here, but basically the ultra low voltage kernels are going to give you the best battery life to performance ratio. But ultimately you're going to get the best battery life out of an ultra low voltage kernel. So there you go, those are a few tips to help you stay in the green longer on your Android device, whether you're a beginning user, just changing up your screen settings and applications, or a more advanced user who's looking into rooting, flashing new ROMs, and finding new kernels. So there you go, guys. I hope that helped you out. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe above or below, wherever that button is now, if you want to see more videos like this, and hit that thumbs up button if it was helpful for you and you enjoyed the video. Either way, thanks for watching. Adios.